there's just a thread about tracking different kind of boards and things, and the discussion there kind of led to, oh, I forgot my fin this one time and had to paddle without it, and I've definitely had that happen to me before. So after that happened to me, I created what I call a little session saver box, and this is a great item for everyone to have who paddles regularly, and it's really easy. So it's got this little Rubbermaid, Sterilite, whatever plastic bin, and I just leave it in my car. It's not very big, doesn't take up a lot of space. And inside I've got a few things that kind of help in case, big thing is forgetting something, but here we go. So first thing, I've got a couple of cam straps. These aren't ratchet straps, they're cam straps, 15 footers, and so I can put several boards on top of a car with those, even without a rack if I really had to. So I've got 2 of those. Next big thing in here you'll see is actually some fins. We'll get to that in a second. I've got some sunscreen, some bug spray. Okay, and we'll go ahead and talk about the fins now. So I've got 3 fins in here. I've got this kind of larger surface area. This is the Hydrus race keel. This does a really good job of straight tracking in open water. It's a nice lightweight polycarbonate and I believe fiberglass core fin. And it's got a really nice push lock system where you don't actually need a screw to have it lock into your board. So I've got that one in there. And I use that one pretty regularly too. But I also have these 2 gummy fins. I've got a 5-inch and a 3-inch. And the reason I have both of these in here is because I also tend to paddle in a lot of short water. I also tend to paddle in shallow water. And these do have the extra screws in there as well that you can see. So these are all for US fin box. If you paddle with a board that doesn't have US fin box, or your friends have boards that don't have US fin box, I do highly recommend having at least one fin that is going to match their board or your board rather than these, because obviously these won't fit in a slide-in fin box or anything like that. So make sure you have the appropriate spares. All right, next up in here, some valve adapters. So I've got several valve adapters here for Lee Field valves, for Halkey-Robertson valves, different Halkey-Robertson valve, and a piece of PVC with a hose clamp on it. All of that is to do with inflating boards if someone forgets a piece or something breaks. I've also got an extra piece of hose in here. Again, this is all just kind of dealing with problems once you're at the water trying to get ready. I also have more screws. You can never have enough screws. I have the longboard screws as well as some grub screws in here. You can see, maybe. And again, it's just spares for when they're needed, because nothing's worse than getting to the water and not being able to paddle because you left a screw at home. All right, this next bag here is all repair equipment. So I do have some more valve adapters in here as well, but the more important things I have in this bag are some extra pieces of PVC. I'll hold the amount of frames, some extra pieces of PVC. Where is it? There we go. A tube of PVC glue or Aquaseal. Okay. Hippo Patch. This is a really thick, durable patch. I use this for both paddleboarding and kayaking. This works great for hard boards. You can also get, there's a company called Puka Patch, or a product called Puka Patch that works really well for SUPs as well. And then I have some 303 in here that really, it's not really a repair item, it's just in there because I threw it in. And then a valve wrench. So this is a valve wrench if you need to tighten the valve up if you're leaking air. There's a couple of O-rings and things in there as well. Again, you want your kit to be specific to your equipment. I do recommend having a small multi-tool. So this has some pliers, it's got some scissors, it's got some screwdrivers, just super handy to have available. I've got a carabiner and a stake. These don't get used a whole lot. The carabiner gets loaned out a lot. The stake is if, for whatever reason, I need to stake something down on the ground while I'm at the beach. Those are why those are in there. And then lastly, I've got a bit of foam padding. Again, if I need to throw a board quickly on top of someone else's car, they don't have racks or pads or anything, I can throw this on there and have some semblance of protection for the boards. So that all fits in a tiny box here. And there's my session saver.